Just waiting for the stream to start properly. Just loading it up. Okay, get some stuff sorted out this end. Just loading it up. There we go. Okay. Think good. Right, I'm just doing a little bit of housekeeping stuff. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this loaded up. It's still loading at the moment. Shouldn't take too long. And I'll wait for people to join. Anyone there? Anybody there? Anybody out there in the dark? This should be interesting. Because this is live. This is live. This storm is occurring right now. Who's with us? Who's going to say hello first? Me. Hello. Oh, this is going to be, I want to see what this is like. Only because it's live. Steve. Big Jet TV just finished. Big Jet TV, what's that? I don't know what. Yeah, what's Big Jet TV? Sounds like something you get on a plane. So I've just installed the latest Nvidia drivers, so I hope this goes okie dokie. And yeah, I think it's 5. Oh, I think I caught the number. I think it was 513.67, something like that. They just must have come out because I just got the notification and they just this moment finished downloading. And then as soon as they said new drivers installed, I double clicked Flight Sim. So yeah, we're just going to go in straight away. But yeah, it's all of the news because it's windy. Yeah, and this is what it is now with the live weather on here. The weather on this sim is going to accurately portray what's going on in the UK right now. And from what I've seen on the news, the gusts that are being recorded are record high. In fact, let me just see if I can bring up the news article. It says Storm Eunice record wind gust amid disruption. Okay, probably the green Thai chicken curry that I had last night isn't helping. But in the mid to south of the UK and all of Wales, I say the UK, I mean England in this case, they are recording 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. I can hear the gusts outside right now. It is really gusting a lot outside this the window of this room, and sometimes my floor's vibrating a little bit. But I don't know if you guys can even hear this. I'm not going to open the window but it's raining and it is blowing heavy. It really is. Now it's all too easy to take the Airbus, and we're not going to do that. We're going to take a light aircraft because hey, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to take my familiar Piper Arrow with me. Piper, where are you, Piper? Oh, it doesn't come up as Piper, does it? So Arrow. Now then, turbo or normal? I like to go turbo. Let's take the 4 and let's pick a nice livery. Oh, hang on a minute though. Which is the one that has the yellow livery? Is it this one? Oh God, guys, the wind outside. Honestly, it's really gusting. Oh, maybe I haven't installed the livery yet. Okay, so let's take the 4 out. Now I could put this at an airport near me, but I think what I'll do is instead just put it somewhere in the south of England because I know that it's gusty down there as well. DePet is with us and Eunice, hey, how you doing? just flown a Cessna in the sim. It was interesting. Cessna's cool. I mean, it is, for me, one of the default aircraft, which I still like to fly. Yeah, it's a good plane. Okay, so as we know, Storm Eunice is taking place in the UK right now as we speak, recording 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. Thankfully, where I am, and I think down in the UK, it's not quite as bad as this. Maybe that was the maximum that's been recorded. Right now, on my phone, I've just got the weather information for Stansted Airport, which is, I think, just north of London. And it's about the wind-wise, it's about the same as it is here. It's blowing from the west, which is exactly what this sim told me a little while back, about half an hour ago. And it's blowing 42 kilometers per hour, which is, oh, I can't remember what that is in knots now. But yeah, piper in this weather. I know, because I want to see what happens. So if we go to, I've tried all over. Look, Stansted, Schiphol was no good. I tried Doncaster. Let's go back to Stansted again, though. So if we get, because I don't think we get weather information here, but if we put our plane, actually, we could just not mess about and put it straight on the runway, right? But no, because I want to do the startup procedure. So let's put myself here. Here. I know it's a large parking, I don't care. And then I can just go straight to runway 22. Now, if the wind's coming from the east, which is this way, sorry, from the west, duh. If the wind's coming from the west this way, we kind of want to head into it. I mean, oh, there's a plane taking off live? Okay. It looks like there is planes taking off. Let's have a look. I don't think it's going to get the information from the actual airport. I haven't seen this work for a while. It normally does get the real-time departures and arrivals, but it hasn't worked for a little while. Don't know how to get rid of it. How do you make it go away? Is there a thing? Oh, here we go. Right. So we can just go straight to runway 22. It's probably better to take off that way than with a tailwind. We don't want tailwinded. So let's go there. And we'll get the METAR from the airport as soon as we go in. This be interesting. Try to land in Rotterdam. Is it bad there too? Oh, wow. Oh, Big Jet TV is a YouTube channel? Gotcha. Landed at Heathrow, 27 hour, had a tailwind, so landing was fairly smooth. Yeah. Again, landing in a headwind is obviously more desirable. A tailwind can like push you a little bit faster than you might want to go. 85 in Rotterdam? Holy, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll give that a go. Why not? Why not indeed? Yeah. I tried when I was at the Doncaster one, because I thought I'd give it a go up north as well, see what it was like up north. And I looked at the METAR, the weather METAR, and I compared it with the real live weather from the internet. And I'm telling you, man, it was, give or take, 1 plus, 1 minus, it was balls on accurate. It really was. Listen to this wind here. And you know those wind turbines that you see sometimes on, scattered around? Well, believe it or not, they do get affected. The speed they spin at is affected by the amount of wind here. So we're not hearing the wind too much here. Let's open the window. Not too much. All right, let's see what the weather's like here and see if it matches with reality. So the wind is coming from 270, which is west, which is exactly what the weather says, 270 degrees, at 26 knots, and it is gusting at 44 knots. That's basically what that is saying. Visibility 9999, so that's good. That's feet, I think, but it just means good visibility. Scattered clouds at 45 45. Oh my God, 45 degrees. Scattered clouds at 4,500 feet. Temperature is 7 degrees with a -2 degree dew point. And this is pretty much just date and time. Auto, I don't know what that is. I've no idea what auto is. I've not seen that one. Don't know. But yeah, this is your wind information right here. You got your first three numbers, which show the direction of the wind. The second two, which is the knots of the wind. And then we have an extra one here, which is G44, which is a 44 knot gusts. So when it's not gusting, it's doing 26. That pretty much, I mean, here on the phone it says 42 knots. So obviously it's going to be slightly variable. This is fine. I'm good with this. Was 80-ish here in Norwich for a few hours today. Yeah, I had my bins outside blow over a couple of times. I had to go and chain them all up together. So either one goes down, if one goes down, they all go down basically. I decided I was going to do it that way. So I've chained them up. I think actually what's happened since then is that one of the bins has fallen over and the other three have managed to stay on their feet somehow. Yeah, I don't know how they've done that, but they're going to have a hard time dragging themselves down my driveway. I don't know why I'm looking up there for fuel. Right, so I guess we can just ram this. We're ready. Boom. We got that ready. Avionics, batteries. Okay. I'm not particularly flying anywhere. I don't even need to land. I just want to see what the plane handles like. Up in the sky. Okay. Turn off the pad thing. Right. So let's prime. Just holding that just to prime the fuel. Get a bit into the tank and we should be able to kick off. Okay, give it a bit of throttle and we're good. Yeah, apparently in the UK right now the apparently it says in their news millions of people have been advised to stay at home. So as they haven't advised me, I'm going to fly a plane. So you can see it. Look at that. You can see it wobbling. Right. So if I just do a turnaround here, I know it's getting to the end of the day, but that's what you get with real-time, real weather, I suppose. So I think we can turn this around. It's going to be a bit tight, but give it a go. Actually, the wind will probably help it move. Oh. Now, what I have done in the flight sim today was I reprogrammed the drone camera controls on my Xbox controller, and I shared some of the control bindings with the keyboard. So now when I go outside for the drone camera, I can do things like I can easily speed up and slow down the drone now, where before it was a little bit of a nightmare, you know. Okay, well, this is going to be an interesting flight, no doubt. It might not do anything. The plane might take off quite happily, and yeah. But I wanted to find out. And anyway, if it's a nice, smooth takeoff and whatnot, then I don't know if I use... yeah, then I'm going to try Rotterdam. But I'm just thinking, if I use ATC... right now, will they let me take off? They'll probably direct me from a different runway, although they shouldn't do, because the headwind is more blowing in for this runway than the other one. Oh, look at this runway 22. It's a Cat 2 and Cat 3 runway, which means you can auto land if you want. Let's bring up ATC and see what they're going to say. And we want to depart east, but I'm just going to go straight out, use the active runway, hopefully.
Rusty 2627 with whiskey, request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Are they going to allow it?
Rusty
Yeah, they are going to allow it, so it must be safe. Yeah, runway 22. That's the only one they could have used, seeing the way the direction the wind is blowing. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Taxi to and hold short runway 22 using taxiway Charlie Sierra Rusty 26.
Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. Extremely good. Alright, let's go. Now, because we're flying into quite a heavy headwind, I'm assuming I don't need flaps 2. I could just use flaps 1. Flaps 1 should be enough to get us up, I would say. Did they just clear us as well? I know they gave us guidance there, but did they clear us for takeoff? Let's have a look. Taxi and hold short of runway. Oh, I didn't do that, sorry. I'm actually on the runway. Please accept my apologies. Okay, here we go.
Tower Rusty 2627 at runway 22 ready for departure, departing straight out.
National alert, some deaths reported. It's terrible, isn't it? There you go, wind 270 at 44. Wow, that sound was a bit low. How's it coming through on the stream? Looks like it's okay. Alright. Oh, I didn't acknowledge.
Cleared for takeoff runway 22 Rusty 2627.
Alright, let's go. I think it might be safe. This could be just a big anticlimax. Oh, I can feel the plane wanting to turn. Oh, yeah. I'm fighting it. I'm twisting the joystick to the left here to fight it. Let's put a bit more boost on. Oh, wow. Okay, we're good. We are good. Come on, baby. And we're up. We are up. Okay, it's a little bit shaky, but it's not too bad at all. Nice sky. The sky is gorgeous. It's coming up to 20 past 5 in the afternoon here in the UK. There's another plane up on the right hand side there. So we'll get the wheels in. That red light should go out when the wheels are up. And we'll remove the flaps. Not a lot of light in this cockpit. I can't remember if I have a dome light up here somewhere or something. I think so, but was it this plane that has the big round domey light thing? Yeah. And that's the escape hatch. Okay, maybe it's a little bit too bright. Turn it down a bit. I think it's red because it makes it easier for night flying, right? It seems to be fine, if I'm honest. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit of a rougher ride, but hey. But we can definitely have a go at Rotterdam. I love this sky though, it looks really cool. Yeah, so the weather is definitely reporting accurately, which is good. These are two other airports that are close by. There's some more here. Duxford isn't that near the or isn't Duxford the Top Gear test track? No, that's Dunsfold. Metropolitan Police Air Support Unit. Okay. No METAR available for them, keeping it secret. Wow, nice. I can't even hear last transmission. I can't hear the comms. Oh, that's my fault. The reason that they're so quiet is because I haven't got the volume turned up fully. Sorry. Gotta turn up the volume, Rusty. Okay, that's better. Isn't that landscape really nice though? there's the airstrip. Yeah, looking really good. Okay, well that seems to be safe. I'm not holding any controls right now. I've got no, I'm not controlling the plane, and it's kind of smooth. All right, let's do Rotterdam then. Let's see what it's like there. Currently reporting what, 85 kilometers per hour. Am I serving drinks? Yes, but all the glasses have got lids on. They're all coming in plastic beakers. I don't want anybody spilling drinks on my lovely carpet. Oh, that's something I'd like to do. Instead of valeting a car, I'd like to valet a light aircraft. Just clean it and inside and out. That would be cool. I'll put that on my bucket list. Valeting a light aircraft. Right, Cessna cleaning services. All right, so let's go, same plane, same everything, but we're just going to change to Rotterdam. Don't know the code for that one, so go AHRD, and yeah, we'll. The reason I want to do this, the full startup, is because I want to just get a kind of a kind of idea of what the weather's like at the moment. So if we do this one from there, then we can just go. But what? Hold on. See, this is the thing. I need to know the weather from here. Ah, here we go. Is this an indication? Ah, there it is. Oh, stupid me. So, yeah, 36 knots only here. So that's not as quick as it was. Like the wind isn't blowing as much as it was. Yeah. So 250 knots. Oh my God. What am I even talking about? 250 degrees would be like down here. So the active runway should be 24. Because the idea, I guess, is always to take off in a headwind. But it's only reporting 36 knots. Yeah, not so fast then. Let me just compare that with Stansted and see if we get the same report, but 44 it should be, right? Oh, 26 knots. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go back. We'll get a better idea if we get the weather meta. Will give us a better idea. So I think what we can do is just start on this runway, because if it is coming from 250, this is going to be the best runway. Okay, let's go. You're going to treat yourself, or what, to the sim? Well, if you are, I would advise, if you can, going for the top one, the Premium Deluxe. Because if you settle for any of the others, like Standard Delition, I'm doing well today. I'm doing really well today. English friends not. If you settle for the Standard Edition or the Deluxe, and then you want to upgrade later, it's going to cost you a lot more. Don't do it that way. Yeah, if you can go straight into the Premium Deluxe, I would advise that, personally. Because you'll get ripped off otherwise. Don't forget to like, guys. Leave a like. Oh, wow, it's got darker all of a sudden. Oh, wow, it's windy all of a sudden. Listen to that. See, this is the wind speed. It's not the gust speed, right? So that 36 knots is just the wind, not the gust. What's with the windows? Okay. All right, let's get the weather. Looks like I've got 4. 4 messages in my inbox. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. Okay, so the wind is blowing from 250 degrees, and which is almost west, 36 knots and gusting at 58 knots. Visibility, I don't know where it gets this. What's this? 210 V290. Oh, I think this is variable visibility. Is this? Yes, okay. I think I know what this is. So the winds are blowing at 250, but it's also variable between 210 degrees and 290. But currently at 250. Visibility 99999999999. Okay, maybe. There's a few clouds at 3,000 feet, scattered clouds 3,400, broken clouds at 3,900 feet. Temperature is 9 degrees with 2 degrees dew point, or lowest setting, I suppose. And the QNH, or the barometric pressure, is 0990. Let's set that right now. Pew! Done. Alright. Flaps 1, I suppose we better get permission. I don't think... Do we need to? Oh, already cleared for takeoff. Very nice. So, that means they don't mind that we are... Okay, I'm going to need to switch my torch on a second, guys, while I fumble for the light. Right. So, now that I have successfully fumbled... okay, so it's got everything up. That is up, that is up, on. Panel lights, are they on? What am I doing? You go down. Yes, 100%, 100%. Are you on full volume? Yeah, you are. Okay, everything's set. It does set everything for us, which is nice. Fuel, left tank. Yeah, I'm happy with this. It's a good setup. Right. Okay. Let's go. Uh-oh. Guys, are we started? I don't think so. The propeller's spinning, but the engines aren't up. I think the propeller's spinning just because of the wind. We're not going anywhere here. Why not? Got nothing. She hasn't got the poor captain. No, I don't know what's going on. Oh, the fuel pump's on. Let's turn the fuel pump off. I'll prime it and see if we can get another start of it. Because there's fuel going in. Go on. Yeah, I think it's stalled. Because when we went in the sim, I didn't apply any throttle, and I think it actually stalled. Oops. Okay. Lights. Lights, lights, lights. I forgot where the lights are on this plane. Oh, they're there. Okay, they're all on. Right, here we go. Did I put flaps down? I think so. Okay, again, it's pulling me to the right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm resisting. I know it's futile. And we're up. Oh, yo. Yeah. Yeah, it's pulling us. It's definitely pulling us to that side, to the left now. Look, we are drifting to the left a little, but it's okay. Don't want to overboost. Get the wheels in. But it's kind of drizzly rain here at the same time where we are, but it didn't show anything up in Stansted, so try Norwich Airport. Okay, do that next. Okay, so flaps are now retracted. We'll just gain a bit of altitude. Yeah, the plane seems to be handling really well. I suppose I could try an even smaller plane. Like the little Icon, is it the Icon C5 or something? Yeah, that thing. And, well, that little thing that I can't control, the one that's like got propeller things, like it's like it's like a big drone that you sit in. Remember that thing? Yeah, so we are getting buffeted around a little. You can see I've got my hand on the joystick to keep the plane level, but that's all. I'm not doing any other input. And as you can see, we are getting some buffeting. I don't know why we haven't got better visibility inside the windows there. That's really weird. That's not right to me. Yeah, look at this. This is screwed, guys. So, this is what happens when you put the brand new Nvidia drivers in. Parts of your plane disappear.
Rusty 2627 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Okay, just respond to that.
Rotterdam Tower Rusty 2627 frequency change.
Yeah, so these, we've got some issues here with the Nvidia drivers. Hyper arrow, nighttime. No likey. I thought it looked a bit strange. Yeah, so unlike Stansted, there is a little bit more buffeting here. I didn't really experience anything at Stansted, but definitely here. Now, what is the wind's at 250, isn't it? So if you take 180 from that, what are we left with, guys? Well, if we take 200 from it, we've got 50, so it'll be 70. So if I turn to 70 degrees, then we should be directly in a tailwind. And we'll need less power. So I should need less power for the same speed. I guess. Should be getting blown forward now. So what I'm going to do is just... whoa, hello. Are we crashing? No? Okay. I'm just going to adjust the mixture. Just keep an eye on that needle until it goes to the maximum it can. And we're pretty much there. Propeller down to around 2,100, 2,200. Somewhere in that range. And this will give us a nice flight. Manifold pressure 30 it's at the moment. That's about where a good place to be. That gives us a nice efficient, fuel efficient flight, and we're not stressing anything out. And once you reach your cruising speed, you can pretty much get that done. Sebastian. Yeah. Oh, the wind is there with you guys as well. Wow. Yeah, this is worldwide catastrophe going on here. We've got 58 knot gusts, 36 knot winds and 58 knot gusts. So if I was to just quickly pause this and just go to Google, and convert 58 knots to km/h. So we're looking at 107 kilometers per hour. That's what 58 knots is. 107.4 kilometers per hour. That's what we're looking at. That's fairly hefty. Oh, we're icing up here, guys. Oh, sugar. Okay, anti-ice. Anti-ice. Well, we don't really have it so much, but where is it? Pitot heat is already on. Yeah, all that stuff's on. It's getting icy. I thought it was just me losing visibility out the window here, but you can see there it's icing up a little. And there's some weird graphics going on here. I don't know what this is all about. That's okay. That's a reflection, so that's fine. Yeah, this is the reflection of this compass here. But yeah, the Nvidia update is not good, unfortunately. And if it continues like this, I'm going to have to revert back to the previous drivers. But yeah, these are the new Nvidia drivers that I got today, so we're definitely icing. So I don't know whether we should just descend a bit. I'm not going to be landing anywhere. I don't know. I'm looking at the map and not seeing anything. But yeah, not seeing anything in terms of places to land. If we quickly switch to daytime, just for the sake of checking out the graphics and the frost. Okay. So there's the frost that we're looking at right now. It's the ice buildup is, I don't know what it's like on the outside of the plane. Do we have any? I mean, look at this. Nvidia, you messed things up. However, if I reboot my computer, it may fix this. If after a reboot this doesn't fix, I'm going to certainly go back to the other drivers. Now then, what do I do here? I don't know where to go back to land. Let's bring up the map. See if we can find. Here, here we go. Okay, so it's over there. Okay. Try and keep that over there then. I can sing a rainbow. Yeah, guys, that's a healthy rainbow, that one. Definitely feel a bit of buffeting now on this. Yeah, we've got everything going on here. Frost, rainbows, you name it. I'm trying to see the pot of gold, but it keeps moving away. So you've now got Delta, Southwest, Lufthansa. Yeah, I've got pretty much most, if not all, of those. It's always good to have a set of good liveries from the major countries. And was that another freeze? Yeah. Data coming in off the server. It could be that I've got something running. Let me just check. That's stealing a little bit of bandwidth. Yeah. I'm just going to remove it just in case it is doing something. Okay. So I think we need to start descending. Yeah, you can see it's raining a little bit. I'll just smoothly come around. I think we can even zoom this in now. See if we can track towards that runway. This is just going to be pure guesswork, really. But we're descending, so the ice is now coming off the plane a little. Glass. So altitude wise I think we're doing okay. Progress to the airport seems to be slow. I'll just apply a bit more oomph, a bit more power. This way a little. once I get lined up. If I kind of head towards the RTM, I think that's the VOR. If I head towards that, then once I'm near to it, I can just do a little turn and I should be lined up. I think that RTM is a VOR though. I don't think it's a beacon. I don't know if those triangles, SL24 and RTM4 are beacons or what. Is that the runway in front of us? Oh yeah, there it is. See it there? Flashing. So I want to slightly change because for some reason I've veered over to the left a little. It's not a game, Spike, it's a sim. Oh, you just recently got Xbox Game Pass for PC. Cool. How are you liking it so far? Well, I've been using it for a while. I love it. I think it's the best flight sim out there. Yeah, I think somebody in my Discord mentioned that they were trying it out on an Xbox. What's it called again? The Pass? Game Pass? Yeah. Okay, so we have flaps deployed, and I'll deploy the wheels in a moment. Oh wow! Oh, it's getting a bit buffety. Is that a basketball course or something? Court? Basketball? Something else? Looks like a sports center or something. Okay, wheels down then. And flaps 2, which, what heading am I at? 240. Yeah, so we're heading into a headwind then, which is, I guess, what we want. It'll give us a bit of extra lift. Although I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling that lift. I'm feeling like I'm getting pulled down a little. Yikes. Yeah, I am. I'm having to fight. Whoa, okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, more power. Oh geez, guys. This is like I don't know. Yeah, we got pulled down a little, I think. Because I didn't intend to be this low. And I'm trying to keep the plane level. We'll get it down. I don't think there's a problem there. It's just... yeah. Hope you haven't had a breakfast. Okay, now we're going to drop some speed off. More speed off. And flare. Little. I was preparing for the inevitable pull to one side, but it actually isn't so bad. Pushing the joystick forward now to get more weight onto the front wheel, and yeah, it's okay. That was alright. It was a bit iffy coming in, but it was fine. It was fine. I've seen many landings like this where the plane's a little bit squiffy on the way in and then suddenly it lands and everybody can breathe a sigh of relief, and then change their underwear. Okay, that wasn't bad. It was a nice little flight. So where are we going? Norwich. Oh, if the stream suddenly disappears, then you can put it down to a power cut. Okay. Now then, let's go to Norwich. That's how it's pronounced. It's not Norwich. It's Norwich. Norwich. So we'd be looking at this one, e.g. England, and then SH. And ooh, No information, or are we waiting for it? Why do we not have any information? Ah, okay, now. So 32 knot winds, not gusts. All right, so winds are 250, so the winds are coming in from like this direction. So we're going to be better off taking off from runway 27, which is 270, which means we're going to fly out 270 degrees less. And let's change planes. What is smaller? A Cessna 152. Cessna 152 is smaller. Where's that? I'm not going to fly that little droney thing, but where is it? See, this is the Icon A5, yeah. And even this one looks small, but it's a stock plane. I don't really spend too much time in the stock planes anymore. How those little stunt planes would go. Look at this thing. Let's take this one. Where is the drone one anyway? What's it called? The Hawk I don't think the Hawk would have too much problem, and neither would the Airbus. So, to be fair, I don't think the Airbus would have too much problem taking off in this at all. Not that I'd want to fly in this. If I knew that I was flying today, I wouldn't turn up at the airport. No way. Screw that for a game of soldiers. No, not going to happen. Okay, so there's Norwich. There's the flight conditions right now. Let's go. Eventually adding fighter jets. Well, you're probably going to find most of those third party, but I think at the end of this year, maybe they're going to be adding helicopters. At some point this year, they'll be adding helicopters, but fighter jets, I don't know if that's going to come from Asobo. I think you're going to have to look to, third party for that. Trying to catch Rusty flying dirty. What, with a dirty plane, or what?
Norwich Tower Rusty 2627 ready at runway.
Now we can keep the weather as it is and switch to daytime.
Rusty 2627 altimeter 29er decimal 23 wind 249er and 54.
Well, let's bring up the meta and see what happens, because I'm hoping it's not going to change anything. Yeah, so 45 knot gusts, so pretty much the same as Rotterdam, give or take. But if we change the time, oh, it doesn't change anything here. Still got scattered clouds at 2,500 feet, broken clouds at 3,000 feet, 6 degrees currently, 0 degrees at its dew point. Yeah, and again, winds 250 degrees, 32 knots, gusts of 45 knots. And this is your barometric pressure, or your barometric pressure, I think. I'm right, your QNH. And this is your time. So 18 for the 18th of February, 17:20 Zulu. Now, it's not 17:20 Zulu right now. In fact, it's 17:40 something. But I think this 20 past 5 is when the meta was issued. I think that's what that is. And this is obviously the airport code that we're at now. So now you know how to read a meta. Oh, and this is visibility in feet. I think, yeah. So 9,999 feet means we have good visibility. Okay, good. Everyone good on that one? Let's go. Right, so we've got a little tiny thing now. Laps are already down and ready. This is a small plane. Right, what we got? Nice little thing. This will be interesting. I know I say that a few times, but it will be. Okay, instant pull. Okay, correcting, trying to correct. Not laying on too much power to start with. You can see the revs are already flashing. It's telling me, too much power. Really? Oh, look how quick it wants to take off. Let's go outside. Oi, get up there. Yeah, short takeoff landing, no problem. Woohoo! Now someone's going to go outside and fold the wheels away. Oh my god. Okay. Flaps are now in. It felt like I just got pushed to one side, but again, revs are too high on the propeller. Bring that down. I barely got any throttle on though. You know why this is happening, I think? Because maybe the gusts are spinning the propeller faster than... Yeah, so now I can reduce throttle. I am on so little throttle right now. But the revs of the propeller are really high. I haven't got hardly any throttle on. Look, I think this is how much... Is this how much thrust we've got? Or throttle? Yeah. Look, it's so small, but the revs are like right there. That's got to be the wind just blowing that. FA-18, yeah, I think I have that. I'm not into the jet fighters so much. They're okay. I like to use the... look at it, it's got a little smiley face, look. Hello, I'm happy. I like to use the Spitfire and the Hawk. I like those two. But I know you can get the F-35 Lightning, is it? And the F-18, and there's an F-14 out there. There's some quite pricey ones. I can show you guys in the marketplace, but there's some, yeah. But I don't know. And yeah, and you can also download for free, I think, or there's a paid option too, where you can download aircraft carriers, and you've got if you go to flightsim.to, there's something to do with arresters, so that when you land, it will arrest. You got the proper hooks and everything to arrest the plane, and then on the aircraft carriers, you've got the actual thing where you, excuse me, where you can actually line up your plane with the hook, latch onto it, and then it will just catapult you off the aircraft carrier. So you can do that. And we've of course got a glider as well, which I can use. Now that'll be interesting. Just to start a glider from a glider? In the collider. Yeah, to start a glider in, say, from 5,000 feet perhaps, and then just... That's as far as we got from the runway. And then just bring that in. Because gliders like wind, doesn't it? Oh, we are overspeeding here, come on. Not overspeeding, but over revving the prop. Oh, this will be interesting. Okay, so we'll bring it in a little bit skewy, and then we'll just twist it at the end here. Get it down that way. Okay, a little bit fast, but we're down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't get skewy again, we're on the ground now. Okay, some time for some brakes. And we're good. Oh, wow! It's steering on its own. Woo! Yeah, I had to go full yaw to the left to counter that. So it seems like the gusts are coming and going. You know, there'll be nothing and then suddenly it'll gust. Which is, yeah, kind of what we're getting here. Kind of what I can hear outside. Little smiley face, little happy plane. And also, guys, if we take the drone and look down at the grass, it should be representative. So, yeah, that's kind of what it's like right now. Hey Robert, you've been streaming a lot of late. Yep, I have. Yeah, long ones as well. But I took a day off yesterday of streaming, and I was going to again today, but yeah, I haven't because of the storm. So, fighter jets. Okay, So, stop saying so, Rusty. So, make it so. If I go to my profile, do I need to go to profile? I think so. Go to world map, go to aircraft. Is it FA then? Yeah, there it is. So, oh, I've done it again. So. It annoys me when people start sentences with the word so, because they just, anyway. Tell me more about your visit to Japan. So, never mind. Don't want to know. I have this one, which, as you guys already said, came free. And then we've got the Hawk, which won't be here because I've typed in FA. So, HA, do it. There it is. So the Hawk is there as well. But, big but. Big but. Go back. Go to Marketplace. And let's see. These are all, oh, look at this. 5 out of 5, but 1 vote. Probably from the author himself. Ah, Rusty, how dare you. Cardiff Airport. All right, so if we go to full catalogue and go to sort by. Oh, okay. I thought we had, here. There we go, aircraft. I knew it was there somewhere. This would be cool to get though. This, what's it called? What was this called? I know there's a bundle. These are only the bits. Look, if you buy them in bits, it's 25 a pop. That's 100 for those 4. But I think if you buy the pack, it's half the price. Absolute, utter rip-off. Not really interested in... This would be great, just for a little practice run. But I'm waiting for the PMDG one. What the hell is this? What is this? Caudron Rafale, or Rafale. C430. On, what the jeez, it looks like it's been squashed. Have a look. Yeah, where's the bundle for this? This is, I can't remember what this series is called either. But they do it all in a bundle, and I believe it does include all of these, and it's for racing. I'd like to, this T6 one interests me. I'm interested in this for sure, and possibly even these. And I think it's just multiplayer going racing. So we have an A10 Thunderbolt, the tank killer itself, A4 Skyhawk. I don't know anything about that at all. This one, a flying boat. That would be interesting. The Baby Boomer. What? Yeah, I don't know. That looks like it's attached to the front of a big plane, and in a disaster it would kind of detach itself like a little shuttlecraft. That would be great to fly in a storm, wouldn't it? But look at the ratings here. 2.3 out of 5 is not good. Not good. For this, I would rather have the H135 helicopter, which I already have installed. I don't think I've got it completely up to date. But yeah. The Blériot 11, probably made out of paper and cardboard and wood and stuff. I don't know. Boeing 767 from Captain Sim. I personally would stay away from Captain Sim. It's my personal preference. I think these are ported from different other sources, so yeah, not my kind of thing. This looks interesting. There's that one. Now the Twin Otter. Here's the thing. This is one I'd like to have in my fleet, so to speak, but I've not heard some awesome stuff about it. Some people have said it was good, but others not. I don't think they all come with floats. I think there's variations, the wheels and stuff. That would be a cool plane to have, but some of the negative reviews have put me off. So I don't know what to do with that. This I already have. But I have this through the PMDG installer, which is why it's not showing up here. How the DC6 gets a 3.6, I mean, what medication are people taking? If the Twin Otter then, well, this at 4.2, the Twin Otter must be incredible. That must be amazing. How do you give the DC6 a 3.6? I think mainly because it might be difficult for people to fly and they can't do it, and so they give it a low rating. That's ridiculous. This is one of the best, most detailed planes in the sim, bar none. I mean, the things that are simulated in this plane is nuts. The shaking of the dashboard, the needles shaking at different revs. They've really gone to town on this. This is a ridiculous rating in my book. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, Eurofighter Typhoon, the F-14 Tomcat. Look at this one. It's got good ratings. The price is higher, which is not always a bad thing. That could be a good thing, because people aren't going to pay good money for crap, you know what I mean? So the fact that it is £30 and we've had 1,000 people voting and it's still hitting 4.5, that tells me that's a good plane. Yeah. Rather than this one, which is half the price, only got a 3.2. But then again, I can't trust these ratings now, not after seeing this. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I can't trust the ratings. So I'd rather just read reviews or something, or go to YouTube and see people who've tested this out. The 22 Raptor. So there's lots of planes out there, but there's a lot of not so good out there as well. This looks cool. Always like the look of this thing with these wings. Good rating again. Milviz are pretty good, apparently, from what I've heard. Can the DC6 float? I don't know. I'll have a look for you now and tell you. I'll have a look. This one's got good ratings as well. Fuga CM170 Magister. Fiat. Oh, that's going to break down in midair. Sorry, no offense to anyone who owns a Fiat. This one I already own. Again, I bought it through Just Flight. That's worth its rating, 4.3 out of 5. That's fair. Superb job they did on this. Again. Now, I don't fly the DC6 too much. I flew it a couple of times after I bought it, but it is a complex plane. Yes, thankfully it does have an iPad thing on it, so it will do most of the stuff for you. But if you wanted, because it's a plane that needs 3 people to fly it, which is why they've given you the virtual co-pilot option, basically. And yeah, so, but they have done a superb job on that plane. Absolutely. Yes, if you want to try and fly it by yourself, good luck. It's complicated. Look at this. Look at these weird planes. Look at this thing. You wonder how some of these can stay in the air. And this one I bought through the Just Flight website as well, so that's why you're not seeing them here. Probably going through Just Flight, maybe they'll be a little bit cheaper. But I bought the bundle, which included the 3 and the 2 turbos, which is here. Mine was £45. This is $54. So you might want to go to Just Flight for that. Get it a bit cheaper. There's another version of the Arrow, but it's by Coronado. I prefer the Just Flight one. They're both good, but For my money, the Just Flight one is, yeah, where it's at, personally. You'll notice this has got two blades, and these have got three. I don't know if there's any variation on that. This one I like. I have this one, but I have the one that came with the sim. I don't know if it's the same one. It can't be, because the one that came with the sim was free. Where is... Look at this thing. Seriously. I don't know where that bundle is. Sukhoi. SU-57 Felon. Not good ratings. Yeah, like these. That would be a cool plane. And the CRJs already own these. These are very, very good. The Junkers as well. The Junkers plane is really good, and the Fokker as well. What I'm surprised at is maybe the bundle. Maybe I need to untick this and tick bundle. There it is, Reno Air Races. So $49.99. I believe that includes these 4 packs. Biplane, Jet, Unlimited, and T6. I think they're all in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? Look at this. They never even offered it for $124.99, so I don't know how they can just invent a price out of thin air and then quote the actual price and make you think you're getting a great discount. I don't like that kind of deceit. Yeah, 4 packs, Unlimited, T6, biplanes and jets. So if you buy the bundle, you can get it for £50. If you buy them separately, it's £100. Thank you, Microsoft. They do the same rip-off when it comes to buying Flight Simulator, which is why I advised earlier, don't buy the standard or deluxe edition. If you ever think there's an even remote possibility that you'll upgrade to the premium deluxe, because you will get ripped. Gumbo stuck in a meeting. Yeah. So I'm going to show you this DC6, and it is a hugely complex plane to fly with. But these people who are voting badly on these planes need a slap. So yeah, no, there's 2 variations. We have the cargo, which is the 6A, the cargo version, and the passenger version, which is the 6B. So no, I think it's a bit too big of a plane to set down on the water, to be honest. So we're going to liveries. Into liveries here. That didn't look like the same plane for a moment. American Airlines, Alaskan Airlines. I think, isn't Alaska... I think there's somewhere in Alaska where they're still running DC6s today. Cathay Pacific. Why not? Have we got any Australian? Qantas. There we go, Qantas. Qantas Empire, Qantas Australia's overseas airline. Let's go with this one, I like this one. And we are indeed going to go to Australia. Let's go to somewhere like, I don't know, Adelaide. So Adelaide International, it's 4:38 in the morning. Well, not for long. So, welcome to Australia. Now, should I put it cold and dark? Because I don't know if I'm going to be flying the damn thing, but let's go here. It is a large. Oh, it's small. That's not good. Why did it say L then? I thought L was for large. Find a large. Around the corner. You got any on this side? That'll do. I'll have to make do with that one. Okay. Hopefully there's no big gusts here. Tip your streamer. I've never heard that one. I am your streamer. Prices are still cheaper than Star Citizen. What isn't though? You could invest a lot of money in Star Citizen, but then again, you can invest a lot of money in Flight Sim. But this is more of a complete product, and it didn't take however many millions of dollars that Star Citizen is still consuming. Yeah, I was very intrigued by this DC6, and it was a plane I had to have because I like the old analog dials overwhelm. Well, not too much overwhelm. This is overwhelm for me in this plane. And I know Concorde is going to be even worse. But I don't know how much of Concorde systems are going to be automated. But there's more dials in Concorde than, I don't know, than all the telephone boxes that remain in the UK. I don't think they do dials anymore though. I'm sure, Sebastian, I would bet money that you could go to flightsim.to and download an Air Force One livery for the 747 that's in this sim. But I think you only get the 747 with certain versions. I don't think you get it with the standard edition. But I would put my money on there being an Air Force One livery. So I'll tell you what, while this is loading, let's go to Firefox here. So there's you guys. So if I go to here, where I did my conversion, we go to flight sim.to. Lots of flight stuff going on there. And we go to liveries. Let me increase my screen size. Okay, so liveries, come on. Takes a little while to initialize. Right, so Boeing 747, so 317 liveries. Do we have Air Force One? Air Force One. Oh, here's a thing though. Can you search? I mean, there is a search, but okay. Let's just go Air Force. I don't know whether it's going to show it here. Because I don't want to put one in because you don't know. There you go. Because I don't know whether there was going to be whether they were going to put ONE or whether they were going to put the number one. But there's even an Air Force One for this Douglas DC6. But there's one there for the Airbus. Is that the correct blue color? That doesn't look like the right color to me. I don't know. You guys probably know better than me, but yeah. But it's there. I mean, it exists, which is I figured it might. Yeah. But I think the color on the what do you call it? The Airbus one was a bit more accurate. Yeah. But no, yeah, they do have it. All right, Spike. Well, funny, isn't it, how all fails are epic? You never have like a medium fail. Yeah, but everybody should know going in that Star Citizen is buggy and choppy and, you know, yeah. That's something that people would or should know before they even get into Star Citizen. it's fairly common or fairly well established facts that Star Citizen isn't very well optimized and such. Yeah, so buggy, definitely buggy. But I've had some decent sessions with it, you know, to be fair. Look how long it's taking this DC6 to load. It's the same with the Airbus. You know, those two planes are quite complex and they take a while. What's going on in that cloud on the right hand side? It's like somebody's drawn something on it. Butterfly or something. I'm gonna have to check my bins, see if they've slid down my drive. I have an app on my phone which links to the camera looking out my front window. Well, I don't know, I think it looks okay. It's dark, so it's a bit difficult to see. Come on, plane. Hopefully I won't get that graphical glitch with the, you know, with any more planes from the new drivers. So, here we are in Adelaide Internazionale. Oops. Yeah. You like dials? Welcome to the Douglas DC6. And they gave this a 3.6. I'm not letting that go, guys. That's ridiculous. I don't even know where to start. I mean, you know, you like dials? Sure. Yeah. And all those circuit breakers at the back there, they all work. They all function. Everything functions. Even this seat, which we can put down for the third man for when he's here. So, to get it started, I know you can. This is it's a handbrake. You have to. Oh, a gust lock. Yeah. So you've got to disengage that somehow. There we go. Is that something to do with the wheels? Is it or something? The front wheel. To protect the front wheel or something in case of gusts, which thankfully we don't have here. Yeah. So yeah, if you're a lover of analog dials, this is your heaven. Welcome. Got the old radios. 10-4. You got a Smoky on your back there, boy. All right, I'm going to see if we can get the virtual pilot to start the plane up. So I think I can drag this up. Okay. Just remember, guys, all the way through this, just remember, this was voted a 3.6 out of 5, whatever it was. Just remember that. Because, yes, this is a difficult plane to fly, but the effort that's been put into this is just on a different level. It is tremendous what they've done here. And I think, look, you've even got, I don't know which plane it is. It might be this one, but there's one, no, maybe it isn't this one, where you can lift up and, yeah, you've got all the hydraulic cables running under there, look. But this is for fuel dumping. And it's functional. Oh, okay, didn't want the arm going down. Yeah, intimidating is the word. Intimidating is the word. It really is. But thankfully, you have your friend who acts as your co-pilot sitting next to you. So he can do all of this. So he can do all the before start checks. I don't know whether you still have to start the plane, but let's do the before start.
Cockpit briefly.
Now he will do everything. Watch. See if we can find something. See the switches getting moved, look.
Completed. Voice recorder. Auto in position. Fuel and fluids.
I don't know. Get this started.
Pressurization. Set. Manifold and duct pressure. Checked. Radios.
Are we checking the radios? I can hear him twiddling the dials.
Checked. Doors and hatches. Closed. Door warning lights. Out. Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals. Adjusted. Throttles. Set to idle. Propellers. Forward and 3. Before start checks complete. Start engines.
Start engines. Okay. How do you start the engines? Well, I don't know. But once I start the engines, then I can do the after start. And then the before takeoff, just as we get down the runway, I guess. And then he can do all of these cruising, descents, stuff. Takeoff dry, takeoff wet. Because the plane has to be set up differently for a wet takeoff. Now, to start the engines, well, batteries are already on. I'm assuming fuel supply is already given, and so it's just a case of supplying power. I can't remember where everything was. Maybe I have to have a look at the checklist. I can't remember if it brings an extensive checklist with it. We'll have to have a look in a second. Yeah, Magnetos are here, wasn't it? Yeah. It was the main fuel booster pumps and then the alternate fuel booster, which you don't use, I don't think. Yeah, you've got to do these. You turn Magneto 3. 3 is the first one. So you turn Magneto 3, and then you go to, is it prime and then start? That should click off, right? Doesn't that click off on its own?
Three, 6, 9, 12.
Yeah, you've got to, I think when he counts 9, that's when you do it. Okay, so now we've got to go to engine 2, I think. So we go to engine 2, Magneto's on, prime, start. Oh, my fault. Excuse me, I missed something. Engine selector 2, prime, start.
3, 6,
And on 9,
9,
boost.
12.
Oh, what have I done wrong? Okay, so engine 2, Magneto 2 is selected, that's selected. Oh. Do I have to put the fuel pump? Yeah, fuel pump low, Magneto's on, selector on, prime. And start.
3, 6, 9,
9, boost.
12.
Oh yeah, come on baby. Come on, fire it, come on, keep going. I knew you'd do that, you little Oh, I'm so close. What am I doing wrong? Prime. 1, 2, 3. Start.
3,
Oh, I know. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Sorry. Duh, 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 duh. I need to be on a separate screen. What's that noise? No, you can't start. It's impossible. Don't try. You can't. So I need screen number. That one, I think, 5. And screen number 6. Yeah, so 5 and 6. Alright, so we need the mixture up. Sorry. This is why it wasn't getting any bloody fuel. Okay, so 5 and now 6. And we've got the magneto on, we've got the selector on, we've got the main fuel on. And so again, we just go through the procedure. Prime, hold it, and then start. When he counts to 9, we boost.
6, 9,
Boost.
12.
It has to. Yeah, baby. Okay, now we've got to do the same for engine. I'm going to start engine 4 next. Engine 4 selected. Magneto selected. Fuel pump low. And I know something clicked off up there. I'll double check it. And then we just put the mixture high. And what clicked off? Okay, it's fine. I think it was the boost button, but we're fine. Okay, so engine 4 now ready to start. So prime and start.
3, 6, 9.
Is that right? Is that going to get me a start? Yes, it is. Okay, 3 engines started. Awesome. 1 more to go then. So now we need fuel mixture on 1. I can't believe I've remembered this. That's bizarre. Okay, right. It's very unlike me to remember all this, especially with my memory. So engine 1 selected, magnetos set to both, fuel pump pressure, or booster, sorry, set to low, and finally prime, and start. Oh, I turned it off. I didn't set it to 1, I set it to off. Right, go again. Prime. Start.
3, 6, 9.
And we should have a start. Come on. We are good to go. So, now we go back to... Oh, okay. Right, so the camera keys are all different. Yeah, the camera keys are all different. There we go. Okay, now, watch. Look at how everything vibrates at a certain revs. Now, with this plane, there is a certain amount of revs you're not allowed to put the plane onto for long periods, if at all. You can go through the revs. I think it's around 1,000 revs here. There's 10. I think it's around there. But you are not allowed, as a pilot of this plane, to sit on those revs because it can shake the plane and it can cause damage. So you can go through the range, but I'm going to do it for you here. Look. Watch everything vibrate, including the needles. Look. And then it stops. But there's just that certain point where everything is just vibrating. This is just like the real plane, I believe. Look. That is not a good place to sit. So you either sit below it or above it. And they rated it a 3.6. I don't think so. Right, after start checks.
Start selected boost pumps. Battery switch. Plane battery. Generators.
He does all this for me, so I don't have to. I could probably learn it one day.
Armed. Ground power.
While he's doing all that, let's see if there is a checklist. If there isn't one here,
After start checks complete.
no, there isn't. There is one. You do get a manual with this, I believe, so it's all there. I do have the DC6 manual anyway. Right, has he completed it, he said? Okay, so before takeoff. So let's get ourselves over to a runway, I think. Which is, I think we're going to have to use HTC for this one, so I can see where to taxi to.
Adelaide ground Rusty 2627.
It's a hell of a plane, is it not?
To the active departing straight out.
Rusty 2627, taxi to and hold short of runway.
Oh, we've got a few taxiways to go around.
6 Alpha, 5 Alpha, 4
Hey, Morn, how you doing?
1-2 Foxtrot, 3 Foxtrot, 6.
Yeah, that's right, Spike. That's it. Some of these planes are close to study level,
Taxi to and hold short runway 0.
and I would say this one.
Alpha, 6 Alpha, 5 Alpha, 4
Yeah.
Foxtrot, 2 cross runway, 1-2 Foxtrot, 3 Foxtrot, 6 Rusty 2627.
These are all your tank selectors. You've got your cross feeds. You've got, like, everything works. Everything works here. All right. I'd like to maybe sit up on my pillow. There we go. Now, where's the taxi arrows? Is that one? Oh God, they're so tiny with this plane. Where's the taxi arrows? There. We've got to go down there, guys. Oh joy, can't remember what the lock is like on this plane, the steering. Oh, there is a button to unlock the nose wheel, I think, but I think the captain, what's his face, the co-pilot guy, I think he already did it. Unlock the wheel. Let's have a look. I probably won't turn until I'm ready, but let me see if it's working down on the here. Yeah, it looks like good. It isn't locked up, so we are definitely ready. I don't know which is the... Okay, so key number 1 is the captain's view then. But I can't get up on my pillow. There we go. Right, let's go. So we need to do a little U-turn. I'm just going to apply a little bit of power. See if it's enough. You see, it's shaking. I can't have it sit there. It's bad for the plane, boss. Bad for the plane. As you can see, we have a little bit of a stutter. Frame rates will be affected by complicated planes. It feels so... I don't know, it almost feels like there's actually air in the tires. Because it feels so smooth.
Other traffic.
Oh, now she wants me to hold position.
Rusty 2627, continue taxi.
Jesus, make your mind up. Get traffic out of my way. It does, once you start powering up, it does move the plane forward really quite easily. But she is a beast, there's no question. And,
2627, did you copy?
yes, I copied, and I did what you said.
Roger, Rusty 2627.
Let me concentrate on where I'm going here, because... You see, you've messed me up now, silly woman. Wait till we get the engines throttled up. Am I really sat up? No, oh, I was wondering. Stewardess took my pillow away. This pillow comes in handy for... it's just another camera. But yeah, it comes in handy for landings as well sometimes. But I like these little bungee cord things that they've got here as well. Just that kind of detail. I should fly this more often and do some instrument flying, you know, using VORs and stuff. It is extremely smooth. Like steering, braking. You can hear the brakes squeal a little bit, but it is really smooth. It's almost like a Rolls-Royce kind of feel, which is weird for a plane this old, but it does feel super, super nice. Yeah, she is a beast. Thankfully, we have the first officer. Yeah, not doing too bad, Morn. Thank you very much. Not doing too bad at all. Okay. And then, of course, you have to, if you know how to fly the plane correctly, then you'll know that you have to, you know, when you're monitoring all the dials, make sure the pressures and temperatures are all okay. It's knowing what to look for, which dials to look at. How do you know if they're within tolerance? If something says, okay, 2,300 RPMs, is that good? Is that too much? Is that too little? You have to know. So, yeah, I'll just fly and hope for the best. Landing is a different thing altogether. I don't expect to be able to do that. I have landed this plane in the past, but it's not because I know the details of how to do it. Just playing it by ear. And you're all probably wondering, what's that silver wheel doing? I don't know. If I had to guess, I think it might be some kind of manual way to turn the steering. Oh, it's rudder trim. Okay. Wrong answer. Yeah, rudder trim. There you go. I thought it might be some kind of manual way to turn this the steering, or maybe if it was locked or something. Yeah, landing's tough, and also I don't have a flight plan filed. I don't have any. I think you can put modern computers in here. I'm not sure. Like, you know, there's the windsock there. So the wind's blowing. Well, it'll be behind me in a minute. But we have a headwind right now. Okay, so we'll just stop at this line here. You can hear the brakes squealing a little. Make sure we got takeoff clearance.
Adelaide Tower Rusty 2627 at runway 05 ready for departure, straight out departure.
Rusty 2627 altimeter tree, 0.12 and 112 at 15. Straight out, departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Okay, so before takeoff checks, I don't know whether he does the flaps. Let's have a look. So the flaps are completely retracted right now. Well, let's see if he's going to set it. He won't do it yet.
Rusty 2627 acknowledged last transmission.
Hydraulic system.
Cleared for takeoff runway
Down.
05
Forward.
Rusty
Pressure and pocket
2627.
checked. Okay. Flaps 20.
Oh, flaps 20. There you go. There we go.
Flaps set 20. Windows and turbine. Closed and on. Controls.
I should have him sat there.
Gas lock released. Free. Detonator.
Oh, God.
On. Mixture and cowl flaps. Bridge unlocked. Set. Transponder.
What did you just said? Oh, mixture lock. Okay.
Landing lights. Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
Okay, he's done. So we should have some lights on as well. There they are. Okay, so we're going for a dry takeoff. I don't think he actually does it though. But I'm going to get it on the wrong way first. I think that's just a configuration for a dry takeoff. I don't know whether he controls the throttle or anything, but we're going to find out. Right, let's get it on the runway. We have clearance. Oh, shaking. Reduce the revs a little. Look, it's even shaking the bungee cords that's holding the compass in place. Right, the beast is ready to lift off. Oops, that was the wrong brakes. Forgive me. Right, let's see what happens here then. We are taking off dry.
30 inches stabilize. 30 inches stabilize.
Is he going to up the throttles? He is. He is. I'll have to control this when I get in the air. Okay, we're ready to go. Release the brakes. Brakes released. I'm sure I've released the brakes. Now we have. Okay, I'm not going to touch my throttle. I'm assuming he's put enough input in. Please tell me you've put enough input in.
Full power set.
Full power set. Okay. My actual throttle is minimum, so I could push it to the max, but I'm not going to. I'll just leave it. What's our takeoff speed? I'm going to rotate. Oh, come on, baby. Did I take off? No, we should be okay. Come on. Let's climb.
Gear up. Gear selected up.
Okay, he's putting the gears in himself.
Flaps up. Flaps going up.
Flaps going up. I love that they do it all for you. It's so good. And you can't really climb, you know, at such a heavy pace either. Such a heavy incline.
Meter power. Setting meter power, 48 inches, 2600 RPM.
See, I don't have to touch my throttle anymore, I don't think. Do we have a climb phase? No, just cruise. Okay, he's backed off the throttles now. Hopefully I can keep climbing. Hey Aquatic and Razor Firefly. Hey guys. Weather's been atrocious. It seems to have calmed down a bit now though. Well, guys, she's up in the air, flying over Adelaide.
Adelaide Tower Rusty 2627 frequency change.
Just going over 2,000 feet here. Now, guys, I know I'm labouring the point here, but try and tell me this is only worth 3.6 out of 5. The effort in this plane is more than, I don't know, 10 planes, more than 10 planes on the marketplace combined. It's not the easiest plane to fly, granted, but you know, it's brilliant. I'm trying to keep the climb at about 1,000 feet a minute, and airspeed is very good. It's 180 knots. We're shifting, and it will go all the way around again to 400 there. No significant damages. No, I think I have it off, to be honest, the damage. Yeah, plenty of buildings going on down there. This is the difficult part for me, the approach. When the runway's in range and before landing, all the checks, stuff like that. It's, yeah, that's complicated. Then you've got engine stress visualizer. Maintenance manager, so you can do your maintenance. I think you can use where if you stress the engines out on a flight and land, you can keep it persistent, so that the next time you fly, you know, that stays here and you've got to maintain it. The fuel loads here. Now, here's the thing. I just heard a click. Was that the lights going out? It was. He switched the lights out. Okay, we better start looking in the right direction. I don't know what altitude I'm supposed to go at. I'm going to be soon hitting 5,000 feet. But yeah, as you guys just said, it looks good. Okay, Spike. Take care, man. Look at this. I think speed-wise, she's pretty damn quick as well. Now I don't know all these temperatures, pressures. I'm assuming we're in good range. Nothing's hitting yellows or reds. So I'm guessing these are all within tolerances. I hope so. Oh, just touched my throttle. Don't want to hit it too hard. So yeah, we do have a Garmin here, look. Whether we can configure the Garmins. Yeah, there you go. You can add it or take it away. So if we disable it, if we try to disable it, maybe it doesn't let you do it in flight. I don't know. Unless we choose that one instead. Yeah, so now it's replaced with old-fashioned. Well, we don't want that. And then we've got realistic engine damage, realistic start, realistic carb icing. I've got all that turned off because I'm still a novice at this plane. Realistic CB failure, silence AP disconnect. Yeah, okay. I like to hear a beep or something to let me know that the autopilot is disconnected. It does have an autopilot, which is somewhere here. I think this is the autopilot here. It's a very basic one. It's either here, there it is, or you've got here as well. Altitude control, yeah, or this is your autopilot stuff. It's very simplistic. I think it can follow like from VOR to VOR, but it won't do like what an Airbus does. Are we still climbing? Well, we weren't, but we are now. So let's call this the cruise phase, even though it's not strictly. Actually, no, it's not, because I'm not at my top of descent, top of climb, sorry. Let's try and get a bit higher. now the speed's over 200 knots, so I can actually push this plane up, pitch it up. I don't mind if I lose a little bit of speed, just to gain some height. We're getting in thinner air now, so it's easier for the plane to push through it, and that's why it's speeding up on the same throttle amount, I think. So it's climbing fairly quickly and maintaining really decent speed. So the Airbus will cruise at 290. This goes 400 max, but I don't know if it can. I don't know what its cruising speed would be. Look at this thing. And I believe the inside is rendered out as well. But I would have to autopilot to find that out. Let's see which the autopilot is. So I'm not quite sure how to work it. So I think it's just this gyro pilot, it's called. You put that on, and altitude control on. So I think if I switch these two on, it'll just keep flying in a straight line, or a heading that we've got set in, and then this will hold the altitude in place. But we don't have a heading set in, right? On the bug. So is there a little? Is it? Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah. No. I was looking for the heading bug thing. But at least what we can do. Screen number, I forgot the screen number. If we put the gyro on and altitude control, doesn't seem to want to do that. Maybe because I need to be level. Hold on, just bear with me, guys. Let's say cruise.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power.
I'm going to try and adjust the pitch trim so that we're not dipping.
Power is set.
I have not had to move my throttle yet. And adjusting the pitch trim is so finicky. Trying to get that needle into the zero, but look at it, it's all over the place. Come on. Yeah, I can't do it. Altitude control will not work. So obviously I've got something that I need to switch on. Oh, I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I think it's this lever. Autopilot mechanical disconnect. Is that right? I don't know. Let's see. No, because now I can't switch that on either. No. No, that doesn't work now. Let's put that back down. I don't know why that's not working. losing height a little. Just because I want to get off my chair. Okay, we're almost on the... yeah, okay, I think we're trimmed. So, as I said, all of the circuit breakers that you can see up there, I think they all function, they all do something. I'm not going to start tripping them, of course, because that would be not good. The stairs that will come out. Now, I don't know if we can go through here. No. So what we have to do, I think, is probably this. It'd be nice to have an interior camera where we can just take a seat next to one of the wings. Not there. If you take this seat in the Airbus, you can watch the wing flexing and the heat dissipation behind the wing. It's beautiful on the Airbus. I just haven't got the camera set for it. I can see why they gave this a low score. Because they're blind. I don't know. I think it's silly. But yeah, as you can see, there's no map here or anything. These are the cowl flaps for takeoff, which I think are cowl flaps. Somewhere on the wing. Oh, or on the engines maybe, no? I have no idea if we're near an airport. The only map I can bring up is the in-game one, which I've already requested. But as it's Australia, I don't expect to see an airport anywhere soon. No. So landing. Oh, what's that on the all right, let's drive this thing. See all the black soot, carbon from the engines. Oh, what a bird this is, man. Look at this. Absolute beast mode. I love it. She flies so smooth and so sweet. And I don't have to do anything on the throttles or anything on the mixtures, because autopilot man, this guy will do it for me. Like, he'll get the plane ready for the descent phase. Everything. I just haven't got a runway to descend into. Can you squawk 7th? Yeah, you can squawk. I don't know where the yeah, you can. I don't know where the transponder is on here, is it? Oh, that's the radios. That's for the navigation. The transponder, I don't know where it is, but yeah, you can. You can switch it to whatever frequency you want. I don't know where it is though. I don't know, lad. Oh, are we looking? Is this it? No. Is that it? Mode. here and God knows whatever else. Let me sit up in the planes, give you guys a better view. It feels like a really big plane, and I don't think I've had a go of this thing in VR, but if I can get some decent frames out of it, this thing must be incredible in VR mode. PMDG, yeah, you got your name on there, didn't you? So imagine what their Boeing 737 is going to be. Well, we're not going to need this thing for a while, so we can stack it away. Australian landscape. No, don't open the window. That would not be good. It's going to be incredibly windy. Oh, look how smooth it just glides. You can tell just by how long it takes to make that move. Well, it's not a long time, obviously, but compared to the Airbus I think it can turn a little bit faster. But it makes it feel like a big, heavy plane, you know? You do get that impression. I don't know where I'm going to land this thing, or even if I am going to. I mean, even if I found a runway, I could go back, but I don't know where. Is that one? No, that's not where we took off from, is it? I suppose that's the direction of. I mean, it must be. Yeah. Okay. Wow. We've got to get ourselves into this blue region, I would imagine. Don't expect me to land this plane, by the way. I don't know. I have done it, but to get everything, to nail everything right, yeah. I mean, I'm still ascending at the moment, still climbing a little. 6,200 feet. Nothing major. It's almost like we're taking the old bird out for a test run. What I'm going to need to know is direction of runway, lining this thing up. And how far out do you start the descent? Just before you start descending, I would imagine. Because all that guy's going to do is prepare the plane ready for descending. We can take a look here. Oops, I lost it. Oops. I keep losing it because it's not in the center. Well, that's maximum zoom. So that's not where I want to be. YGAW is not where I want to be. It's this one. YPD, isn't it? Isn't that where I took off from? Oh, here, YPPF. YPPF, guys. Surely. I don't know. Which was the airport we took off from? Adelaide, Maine. Can somebody look up the ICAO of the ICAO of Adelaide Airport? Which direction are we in now? Yeah, I'm sure there are some good tutorials on this one. Yeah, very, very useful to go through for sure. if you're just flying and using the intended method, which is the well, I think it's the intended method, the easy method, this one, the automatic artificial flight engineer, there you go. If you're using that, I think the rest is, you know, starting the engines isn't that difficult once you know the sequence. Okay, I'm going to pause, guys, because I need to know. Adel, oh God. Adelaide Airport, ICAO, is, oh, YPAD, okay. So, direct to, and we're going to operate the cursor here. I may have to use active pause, can we do that? I don't know whether I like using active pause. Okay, what was it, YPAD? I'm literally just telling my plane, hey, give me a direction to go there. See, what active pause does is it pauses the plane, and that's it. It doesn't pause the sim, so time is still passing. I don't know whether my fuel is being used up still. I think so. The only thing it does is, I believe, it just stops the plane in midair. Everything else is working and being used up. Yeah. Oh God, it's not coming up. Oh, because it's a D. You're looking for D. Okay, and enter and activate. Okay, so it's telling me that I need to go to, it's 59 nautical miles, bearing at 204, and it's 14 minutes away. That's right, yeah? So what's this distance? Distance to something? I don't know. But bearing 204, okay. All I can do then, oh, it's got it on the thing, look. And I'm flying. So let's take active pause off. And we need to go bearing 204. So if I just do that. I probably could do without this map now, if I'm honest. Rusty risks it. Am I around 204? I don't know. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. So anyway, just going to keep an eye on distance. 57 and the time, yeah, so 57. Yeah, 204. Complex. The thing is that you have to kind of look up and down, you know, you've got to be looking here. But if you know your camera number, like this is just the decimal on the numpad, and if you know that you can go to camera 8, okay, so then you can just switch. So 204, yeah, this is where we need to be. Going to play with some more cameras. See if we can get a closer one of us. No, we don't. I wanted one here. I can set my own cameras. You know, you can do that. We're not quite at 204, are we? How far off the beaten track have I put myself? A little. I'm correcting it now. But this just gets us a beeline to the airport. It doesn't necessarily line us up with the runway. And I think once I'm around 10 nautical miles out, I probably want to start thinking about descending. So I'm going to get the guy to put us in the descent phase. Yeah, I should fly this more often. I think this plane is capable of going. Yes, it is. It can do London to New York, right? I don't know whether it does it in one go or needs to make a stop off. But I'm pretty sure it can do it. Is this my current bearing then? Yeah, that's my current bearing, and that's what I need to be on. So I'm a bit over because I kind of stepped over the line a little, but let's... What was the number again? Was it 8? So if I just tilt the plane to get to 4, there we go, and try and stay level. Doesn't matter if we're a degree here or there. Distance 45 nauticals. Wow, did we fly this far out? I guess we must have. It's quite an achievement for me to land this thing after not flying it for a while. Oops, update on my position, a couple of degrees out. Sugar lips. I accidentally hit that. Yeah. Next to the Airbus, this is the biggest plane I fly, really. I don't really bother with the 747. Basically because it's just the standard plane that comes with the sim. I'd like to have a more complex one. But also might be an idea to learn to fly the one that we've got right now and then get more complex as one comes out, which I'm sure one must do at some point. One must eventually do a 747. Queen of the Skies, right? That one? Okay, so I've been tilting. Yes, I have been tilting. Let's get it back over. That bearing says 206 now. So I'm going to match that one. That's off too far over again. See what I mean about the outside being just over bright now because we're looking at the inside of the plane? 12, 11, come on. I think that of those green numbers, the top row right hand side is what I've got to be on, and the middle bottom row is what I'm actually on. I need to be at 205 more or less. I just want to try and keep the plane straight, level. There. What am I on? 202 now. Oh, wrong one. Why are you going there? It's tilted over. Yeah, just trying to keep on the same course. Tricky. This is why the autopilot can come in handy. To keep the bloody thing level. I'm a couple of degrees out still. Oh, you bugger. Chasing my tail a little now. So by the time I come back down to see that the plane's level, I've gone up another degree. What was the distance? 29 now. Hey Morn, just back in time for hopefully a landing. We're not very high up, 5,300 more or less. We're not very high up at all. How are we doing on the old mappy? Oh, we're not too bad. Not too bad. Coming in on Y pad, and it looks like no, focus boy, focus. I'm so used to having it zoom in based on where my mouse is. Okay, runway. Oh, it's looking good, guys, it's looking good. It's just, yeah, it's looking good. I'm not looking good because I have completely now ballsed this up. Just turn the plane back, see if we can gain a bit of... As long as I'm not too far out, I'll not be too worried about it. I see water. I don't go outside because, well, between me and that water is the runway. How am I doing? Bearing 207, I'm at 206. That's okay. Just give it a slight tilt. 20 nautical miles away. Once we, as I said, once we get down to around 10, or maybe even 15, I was going to say I'll start the descent phase. Yeah, probably 15. Just because I'm not familiar with the aircraft and I want to give myself a little bit more time. It's an amazing feeling to fly this, it really is. It's very involving. I don't know how much this plane is now, but it wasn't cheap at the time, really. But it was worth it. And I can definitely vouch for it being intimidating. But there's not much land left, so I'm going to start descending now.
26 inches, please. Setting 26 inches.
I hope that's not it. Because if it is, we're screwed.
26 inches set.
Descent checklist, please.
Altimeters and flight instruments cross-checked. Seatbelt signs on. On. Engine blower is low. Descent checks are complete.
So once we are in range, I think it's going to start deploying flaps, undercarriage. What is in range anyway? What does that mean? Is 10 nautical miles in range? Probably going to have to be. I don't want the map to zoom in and out. It's me. Scary, dude, scary. Where's the bleeding runway? I'm calling this as in range. Am I? Distance? Yes, 8.9. You're damn right I'm calling it in range.
Cooling turbine. Normal. Fuel booster pumps.
Are you going to bring the wheels out?
On low. Fuel tank selectors. Mains on, crossfeed off. Hydraulic bypass valve. Down. No smoke.
I think I can see it.
On.
Don't let me do the wheels. You need to do them. And flaps. I don't know where the wheel lever is. I don't know where the undercarriage. Where is it?
Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20.
He set the flaps, but oh my god. I mean, you did raise the undercarriage, so I'm assuming you're going to lower it. Right? Oh, crumbs. Okay. We're going to active pause because this is going to fuck up otherwise. Now, is he also taking care of throttle? I don't know. Yeah, well, my speed's dropping off. Frame rates. Frame rates. Please go away.
Mixture set. Gear up and down, please. Gear up and down.
Oh, now you do the gear.
Gear down and lock. 3 rings. Props. 2400 RPM.
Oh god.
2400 RPM set.
Oh god. Oh god.
Cal flaps set.
Oh god.
ADI.
Oh god.
ADI is on.
Oh god.
Speed good. Extended lights. Lights extended and on. Carbine.
Okay, so A, it was too fast, and B, the frame rates were just shite. How come the frame rates were suddenly so bad on the way in? Okay, everybody's safe. Now he's doing all the after landing procedures. That'll be flaps in, all that stuff. I would hope flaps are going to go in. That's normal. There we go. And then the final thing that he does is parking. Which I think we do now. That's what they say, Morn, yeah. I just don't know where to put this thing.
Adelaide ground, Rusty 2627, request taxi to the gate.
Rusty 26.
That was amazing. We took off from Adelaide, no flight plan. I programmed one in, I followed it, and we did get it down. And it's a DC6. I'm quite happy with that. I am happy with that landing.
Taxiing to gate 25 using taxiway Foxtrot, 4 Foxtrot, 6 Foxtrot, tree, cross runway 12 Foxtrot, 2 Alpha, 4 Alpha, 5 Alpha, 6 Kilo Tango tree, Rusty.
I think, yeah, I think you can get the passengers to clap and cheer, can't you? Maybe my landing was crap. But I think, or do they just do that with this? I know there's an add-on that does that. I don't know if it comes as default in this aircraft though. But yes, I have heard passengers clapping before.
Parking brake is set. Cut engines.
Don't cut the engines because I put the parking brake on. I'll cut the engines. So he's reacting to my controls. I put the parking brake on and then he told me to cut the engines, which we can do when we get down here. Wow. Crumbs. That was a trip. Was not expecting to be flying a DC6 today, but kind of glad that I did. But do they do it by default on this plane? Because I didn't get any screams and I didn't get any claps. Maybe I haven't got the settings on or something. I don't know. I'll just say to the passengers, don't clap, just like, subscribe and comment in the notification book at the terminal building. I don't know. So I'm not sure where it's going to park us, but clearly up here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Going to put us in amongst the modern jets. Still a capable plane, this. Yeah, very. And if you put its numbers up against the Airbus, it's pretty impressive, considering, you know, the age of this plane in comparison to the Airbus. The Airbus is like, this is just like a mechanical monster, where the Airbus is like, you know, it's multiple, it's a computer, basically. It's a computer that can fly, an Airbus. It's a very, very clever plane. I would say more so than the Boeing 737. It's a very smart plane. The way it handles scenarios and stuff. From what I've heard anyway. Yeah, thank you. This is your captain speaking. This is my first time flying the plane. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Sorry for the bumpy landing. And I hope not too many people were hurt. Well, we're being given a parking here, so might not want to stand there unless you want a new haircut. I don't think that jetway is going to work, but we'll bring out the stairs on the door. quite happy to leave it here. Now then, we need to go and turn the engines off. So magnetos off will work. And I think we should still be able to... Oh, he's still flicking switches, this dude. You know? See, he's taking care of everything. I love it. Now, I don't know if I can open the door from this side. Is there a handle? Is that it?
Checks complete, A-plane secured.
No. Okay. Then I can do it from here. So I'm going to guess it is... Oh, okay. No, sir. Cannot boogie. So to open this door, it does open. It does. Oh, I tell you what, maybe. Yeah. So main cabin stairs, main cabin exit, front cabin exit. Okay, so the door's open. And now go to stairs. And I think we also have one for the passengers at the back. So we've got main cabin exit. And of course you can do cargo flights instead with the cargo option. And that way you can pretend that you're doing work for Amazon pre-prime. Alright, what else can we got? Cargo hold we can open as well. There's multiple cargo holds on here. And we've got people coming up to the plane, and also tow bar, wheel chocks, pitot covers, engine oil, and mechanic stands and ground units. Full maintenance now being taken on the plane before our next flight. Yep, 3.6 out of 5. This is a supremely good plane. I would hate though to fly something like London to New York and then bugger up the landing. I'd probably want to do New York to London instead, because as you fly, the longer you fly, it seems that there's a memory leak in this thing and it starts to get worse performance. So I'd probably want to land at the least complex runway, airport, and I would probably guess that Heathrow might be a little less intense or intensive than JFK International. Oh, it's a hell of a plane. One, yeah, it really is. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think these might be the cowl flaps you see sticking out there. So yeah, this is full maintenance mode now, cleaning out the baggage area and anything that got stuck in there. So graphics wise, Remember when we switched to nighttime, we got really bad graphics, which I think was the Nvidia driver's fault. Don't really see it. It looks like it's okay here. This is midnight. The Oasis. Yeah, no, it looks fine. And a new day dawns, guys. Getting ready for an early morning flight to Sydney. That is real time now. So in terms of performance, if we look at the figures, see what they're like compared to the Airbus. Oh, and how good it looks here as well. Profile, hangar. I like the old liveries as well, and you know, the old airlines that don't exist anymore, like Pan Am, stuff like that. Nice to run those. Even the detail, if you look at the bodywork, the body, it even looks like it has a kind of frame to it inside. You see here, look, all these ruffles here. It gives you the impression that there's some kind of frame behind the metal, so to speak. And if we go, I think this one switches to inside. This was the first time I looked at the inside of this plane. I didn't do it on the runway, I did it here in the hangar. And I just looked here and I thought, oh no, I'm done for. Where do you even start with this? You know, and I was looking, thinking, I'm in way over my head here. I'm screwed. But thanks to having the virtual flight engineer, it just changed things totally and allowed us to make sense of it all, so to speak, and just fly. And all I had to do in that entire flight was pretty much get the engine started. My co-pilot guy took care of everything else. So you can really, even though it is a complex plane, you can sort of, for want of a better phrase, set the difficulty level to where you're comfortable. And, you know, instead of having the virtual flight engineer automate stuff, you can learn to do bits of it yourself. Yeah. So if we look here, these are all different things. Let's just go here. So these pretty much the same figures. So cruising speed 258 knots. That's a little bit slower than the Airbus does at cruise, 290. Max altitude 25,000 feet. It's not too bad. Obviously Airbus can go higher. Normally cruising around 39,000 feet. Endurance, 13 hours this thing can stay in the air, and it can cover 4,100 nautical miles. So, if we were, just say, we were to go from Heathrow, which is EGLL, to JFK, which is, JFK is KJFK, I just know these off by heart anyway. KJFK, come on. KJFK for JFK. Okay, now, this circle is where the fuel runs out. Fuel runs out there, but the plane starts on half a tank. So, this isn't correct. How do we, oh yeah, if we go into the plane here, go to weights and balances, and fill the tank. We can't fill it, oh, I don't know though. I don't want to go over weight because, what's the current weight now? So maximum takeoff weight is 102 and I've got 94,000. So it doesn't leave me a lot of room But I think that's plenty, isn't it, for passengers and stuff? And now my center of gravity's out of limit. That's not good. So let's try. I've got the globe behind me, so I think 75 fuel, and we've gone beyond the forward limit of gravity, so if we can just move some bags further back, get it right in the middle there, I think would be nice. Oh, can we make it? I think that's, yeah, of course we can, because this is, the fuel is circle edge to circle edge, so we got plenty, isn't it? Or is it from the it's midpoint to the edge, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We can't make it from there to there. We can just go from Heathrow to there or Heathrow to there. So we have JFK. So there's enough fuel to do it, but I'm not comfortable with this, because if I run the engines richer or faster than they're supposed to be, I'm going to go through fuel more. So I'm going to compensate a little bit and have, let's go with, let's get the plane at around 90,000 pounds. 85 will do me. 85,000 gallon, 85,000. Oh my God, 85%. Sorry, 85% fuel. Yeah, that gives me a little bit of extra. Yeah, with no computers, yeah. But then you've got to add passengers. So we've got the co-pilot and the pilot, cabin crew, and then however many pounds you're allowing for people. And then you've got to distribute them so your center of gravity is positioned nicely. I think I'd like to put it in between the forward and the aft limit, right dead center. Yeah, I don't know. SimBrief would fill all this stuff in, but you've got 4 seats in each row, right? So it's default 170 pounds per person. So if you were to fill up rows 1 to 2, that would be 8 people, right? 1, 2. So it's 170 times 8, which would be your maximum here. And then I'd probably like to spread people out. But this weight that we've got a little bit left over, as you can see, is spread out between a couple of cabin crew. It looks like they've allowed, these are female, because it's either a 250-pound guy or 2 125-pound women. And then you have your cargo as well. Then you've got failures, fuel pumps. But you know what's going to happen, because it's, you know, you arm it and then it fails in so many minutes. So you can say between 10 minutes and 1 hour, I want a complete failure on engine 4. I've never used any of these. Yeah. But I think there should be a way of just saying, you know, typing in how many passengers and then have this spread it out for you automatically. Unless there's an app online or a website where you can do like a passenger calculator where you type in how many passengers you're taking, allowing 170 per passenger, and then it tells you, then it asks you maybe how many rows or how many seats per row, and then it will work out the best way to position people, or let them sit where they want, I suppose, and then adjust the center of gravity accordingly to keep the plane balanced, because you don't want it, you know, pitching up or down too much. Yeah, I like it. Switching it to pounds in case it makes more sense to others. So we've got 4,000 pounds in each wingtip. Nothing in the center. I think if you start filling up more though, it'll start filling the fuel into the center as required. There you go. So this is our fuel load now. So the fuel is 28,111 pounds of fuel. And the most we're allowed is 33,000. Payload, we're well under. Payload obviously is passengers and cargo. Yeah, so we're doing all right. That's the empty weight of the plane, about 30 tons or something, and then we've got the total weight and the total allowable. And obviously, the more weight, the more speed you need before you can lift off. Now, if you switch to, let's say, something like this, and then go to weights and balances, you see it's just a pilot, front passenger, and some baggage. That's pretty much it. But your maximums here, so you don't want to go over those limits. Yeah, and obviously if you take out the front passenger, your center of gravity here should shift. So let's say we don't want a passenger with us. It hasn't really shifted that much, has it? I wonder if, I think, you know, if you get into a plane and there's a person sat next to you, and then you come in here and you remove the weight here, it does actually remove them from the plane, I'm pretty sure. Like you won't see them in there. So, yeah, so looking at, what are we looking at here? Douglas DC6A. So if we have 13 hours and a range of 4,100 miles, okay? So 258, 2,500, 13 and 41. And then you have this one, which can cruise at 455 maximum, 39,800 feet max, endurance 7 hours. So only half as much as the DC6. Pretty much, isn't it? Yeah. And the range is only 3,005. It will still make Heathrow to New York. You can still do it. But so can the DC6. So what is that? 7 hours. What was the, was it 13 on the DC6? Yeah, 13 hours this thing can stay in the air for. And the Airbus only 7. But the Airbus will get to where it's going. The Airbus will hit New York within that time. This will probably take a bit longer. Actually, we can find out. If we take the plane with just its default weight, okay, like we've just been flying it, and we go Heathrow to New York, and we zoom out. Oh, hold on. We need to get the proper weight on there. So I'm going with 85% fuel to get us there comfortably, altering the center of gravity so that the plane's happy. So 12 hours and 45 minutes. That's how long it would take in this plane. How's that for a friggin' live stream? Yeah, exactly. Learn how to deal with a failure and handle it. Exactly. Yeah, true. But like this has got 4 engines, so one engine failing isn't the end of the world. Really, the plane will fly on the other 3. It's like the Airbus. If an engine goes, it can fly on the remaining engine. So 12:45. Okay, 12 hours 45, nearly 13 hours. So now let's just switch the plane. Let's switch it to the Airbus and close. Oh, we haven't put enough fuel in. The time's going to be a lot easier though. So I don't know. Can we get away with 75% on this? Don't know. Not quite. Let's try 80. Let's go 85 just to make it fair. 6 hours and 36. It'll do it in half the time. So effectively, you could fly an Airbus from Heathrow to JFK and back by the time the DC6 lands at JFK. Quite the thought. And I still haven't got enough fuel in to get there. Oh, go all the way. So on a 100% tank, we've got 13,000 pounds or 7.5 tons left for people. But yeah, that gets us there. But if you use SimBrief and it starts putting in like 150, 160 passengers, you're going to have to run the plane with a very low, I don't know, you're going to have to run it smooth, keep those throttles down and save some fuel. If I had time to watch, yeah. What, you mean the 12-hour flight? Or this one? This will go down by half again once we get Concorde. Concorde's not too far away, I don't think, for coming out. Some planes just can't make this journey, obviously, so there's no point plotting them in. The other one, of course, would be the 747, which it looks like is going to, right, that's got 50% fuel and it can already easily reach JFK. Easy. On half a tank. It's a monster. And it takes longer than the Airbus. You're looking at almost 10 hours. Wow. How come? Really? I thought it was going to be around the same time. Isn't it usually 6-7 hours? Okay, what if we ditch some fuel? Get it down to 40%. No, I thought with the plane running lighter on fuel, it may increase the time. This might be just like a estimate or something. And if we're going to fly high altitude airways, so it has to program in all of the, because don't forget, we've just looked at it on As the Crow Flies, but if we use proper airways, does that plot a route straight into the runway? Yeah, it does. It gets us right in there. So just using high altitude airways. Let's go. Oh, Concorde will be scary though, because it's so narrow inside, I think. It's like sitting in a toothpaste tube. But yeah, it's fast. Yeah, London to New York in what, 3 hours? And of course, is it the 787 Dreamliner, which I already also have in here? I think you need the Premium Deluxe for that plane. Got the 787 Dreamliner here, which I think it's that plane, or is it the Airbus A380 that can do Australia to the UK non-stop? I think it does it in like 27 hours or something. Melbourne to Heathrow, or I don't know which city it is. Yeah, but it does it in one stop. But I don't know if it's the A380 or if it's the Dreamliner.
27 ready for IFR departure, runway 27 right.
Okay, so let's switch to daytime. This is so reminiscent of Flight Sim X. God, the way the lighting changed in the cockpit. It's more visible when it's nighttime. Ah, the Dreamliner. Okay. Well, I have that plane. I don't know whether we'll be able to emulate that. Now this is a big beast. Since when did this thing have a pad on it? Does it work? The problem with these planes is almost every other switch is in up. See? They just don't work. That's why we need these cool study level ones. So altitude 10,000. Okay. Where are we? Transition altitude at 10,000 from Heathrow. Is it? Say so. We take off in this. Right, are the flaps out? We do have a little bit of flappage. Is that a bit more there? Okay. No, what are you doing? You're not supposed to come out. Hey. Ooh. Go back. I hope these are the slats, right? I hope they're going to go in. We don't want that. That's no good. Let me see if I can retract everything. Oh well. Ain't that just dandy-o? I don't know how I just did this. I am pretty unfamiliar with this plane. Where's the... Seriously, boy. What's going on? So, we're good. Let's hope I've got enough flaps. Okay. I don't know what this is going to go like. Ourselves up a bit. Queen of the Skies, here she goes. Oh, she is a big one. Where's AP? AP. Okay. I've flown this plane many times in Flight Sim X. Well, at least I flew the Boeing 737 many times. Your runway again, it feels smooth because it's a big plane. It really does have that smooth feeling to it. What did he say? Doesn't matter. Rotating. Gear up. No sound at all.
Rusty 2627, contact London Center on 118.475. Good day.
Okay, this is because we're getting full IFR.
118.475 for Rusty 2627.
Okay, so the flaps are now tracted. Are we following this purple line? I think so. We are early morning, right? Did I set it for early morning? I think so. It's nice and quiet though, isn't it? Very quiet plane. That purple is where I'm supposed to be heading though, I guess. Yeah. So I've got my actual heading and where I'm supposed to be heading. ascending a little bit quicker than we should be, but we can try autopilot if I can remember. Right, flight director is on, auto throttles are on. I can never remember. Isn't there an autopilot button? I'm sure there is. Where is it? Oh, autopilot disconnection. I know we're going the wrong way and we're going too fast now, so I'm going to throttle back. Already at 11,000 feet. But this isn't the autopilot on and off, right? That's the disconnect, but it's not to connect. I think I'm turning a bit too quick as well. I have to get these purple crosses lined up. Well, these purple lines lined up to a cross. What I mean. How is that button inoperative? Oh, jeez. Oh, right above the AP bar, is it? Oh, God, of course it is. It's the command ones. I'll just put the one on. Now, we need to go on navigation mode, right? It's so flipping long since I did this. Is it LNAV we need? I don't know. I got no clue. VNav is climbing and descending, right? Yeah, vertical navigation. And this isn't. It's on heading 269 though. That's not what we want. Is it? We want nav, so it follows the flight plan. Have to put both.
Shamrock 903, 603, 5 miles northwest.
I'm thinking of the 737. There used to be a... there was a button that was nav. I'm sure it was nav.
Right approach via Bravo November transition. Cleared to Bravo November.
And my brain is so tuned to the Airbus. It's crazy. So...
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed.
This has to work, right?
Expect ILS runway 27 right approach by Bravo November.
That's the flight plan.
Cleared to Bravo November Shamrock 936.
Right, this can't be too different from the Airbus, surely. Okay, so legs. He's got legs. Alright. So, where we're coming up to now then is 281. I have no idea. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter. We're not flying to... Sorry, Seb. Don't... Just chill. It's okay. We're not actually going to fly there. Go into your little computer and go to thrust and set it to TO. Okay. We're in here then, right? This is what I would call my little computer. And you say go to thrust. Well,
Shamrock 903, 6 contact Heathrow approach on 134.
Where's thrust?
Good day.
do I have to click this then?
4.98 Shamrock 936.
Look at the flight level, 42,000 feet. Is that what you're saying? I've got to click this. Press the bottom right clicker. I no idea what that is. The bottom right clicker. I mean, I've got thrust there. That's the only one I know. On here though, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by the bottom right clicker. There's another MCDU there. I guess they're both the same. Oh, you mean the soft keys? Okay. Okay, thrust limits, I guess. I'm just looking for it to navigate to the flight plan, which it is doing. It is on the flight plan. Yep. It is doing what it's supposed to do. And we're going to be, I guess it's going to climb up to 42,000 at some point. Look how small these people are. Okay. Pressed it. Didn't do anything, but I did press it. Why doesn't this tell me what altitude it's going to go to? Because it's not an Airbus. Oh, this is so different. So the purple is the 269 is what the heading bug is set to. Based on this, doesn't mean that's where the plane is going, because we're not. Okay, I'll just, yeah, all right, but. Yeah, don't worry about it, Seb, because it's not like I'm flying the flight. I just wanted to take off with it, really. But yeah, don't worry about it. Got another plane.
Flight 847 is at 17,100 feet, descending 10,000 feet. East Flight 847 London Center altimeter 29.62 continue as planned.
So we're currently 312 knots, climbing 30,000 now, counting.
East Flight 847, you are 67 miles north. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots. Expect ILS runway 20 approach by Echo Alpha Sierra transition. Clear to Echo Alpha Sierra.
Brakes there. It's so different from the Airbus.
Approach by Echo Alpha Sierra transition clear to Echo Alpha Sierra East Flight 847.
Does this have a fully working VNav? I mean, obviously it looks like it does. That's kind of cool. That's what we're desperately waiting for the Airbus A320 from fly-by-wire. Once they bring VNav, it's going to be brilliant. Because then the plane will just take care of the whole descent process on its own. Transition altitude. I'm surprised it... Oh, it's got it. Yeah, see, 6,000. I knew it was, because it was the UK. I just wondered why it was set... It must set 10,000 here by default. Normally I set the transition altitude on here. the Airbus. And then we go up to whatever. So I think 39,000 is the highest I've been in this sim. She flies like a bird in the sky. Looks quite long and thin from here, doesn't it? I should have looked at the weights and balances for this thing, because I'll guarantee they are lots of rows of seats. Okay, what's here? Do we have... Oh, it's terrain. I think terrain... Oh, it's on now.
London Center AZ840 is passing flight level 210, descending 10,000 feet.
EZ840 London Center, continue as planned.
And then we've got... Oh god, stop scrolling. Friggin' hell. Okay. Map. Right, there's the flight plan. So... I seem to have screwed it up. It's focusing on one of the waypoints, but not me. How do I make it focus back on me again? Oh, it's got the okay. Arrow. Yeah. I don't know how to get it back to me again. Oh, it's because it's on the map mode, the plan mode. Ugh.
Shamrock 247 contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day.
So you can't... Oh, you can. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm after.
775 for Shamrock 247.
I think some of these buttons that I pressed kind of clutters it. Shows you all the waypoints here. Yeah, okay. So we're approaching 39,000. It's the River Thames going out, isn't it? No, it can't be. Wrong way. That's... No, it's not. It's got to be just the... I don't know. Yeah, it is Wales. It is Wales. We're in Wales. There we go. 39.3. Let's take it to 40,000. Be happy with that. Compared to the Douglas DC6, this plane looks very simple. I wish this thing worked. I mean, does it? Got chart lights, inoperative. It doesn't look like this works at all. Doesn't do anything. 399, 3960. Yes, sir. 40,000 feet.
London Center, with 448 is passing flight level 375 descending 10,000 feet.
Not bad.
With 448 London Center, continue as planned.
Oh, I got you, Seb. Right. I understand. So this is your performance page. There, destination JFK, flight number 2627. tell me my destination airport? Yeah, destination runway. Yeah, it'll tell me on the flight plan. This is my fuel and my center of gravity. Figures. Cost index 100. Okay. Cruising altitude 420. So TO, is that takeoff? I guess, right? Takeoff. And then minus 20%, minus 10%. And this is telling it max, right? Then you've got these different climb phases, right? Actually, this is takeoff here as well. This is like the phases thing. Well, the engines are powering down. We've hit the 42,000. Yeah, there's your V1 speeds, your VRs and your V2s. Thrust reduction. So I'm guessing this is when you go from toga to climb, right? Again, I'm in Airbus mode, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Departures and arrivals. Don't need to program those in. We've got them in already, I think. Yeah. That's it. We're here. 42,000 feet. Boom. Done. Officially the highest I've ever flown. Yeah, and who said it would go around the world? Was that you, Seb? Around the world on a tank? Can you imagine? But it's going to take 9 hours. I suppose I can leave the PC running. Leave the stream running. Just walk away. Live stream AFK. Oh yeah, they're very different. Yeah, they are very different in the way that they get set up. I mean, some of the principles obviously are the same. But yeah, like I said, my head is so tuned to the Airbus. But I am desperate to get hold of PMDG's Boeing 737. That thing is going to be incredible. And it's got so much... You know those failures we looked at earlier? Well, this thing's got so many failure scenarios on board, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, this is where we like can just take a rest now, and there's no like going up here and going bing bong, you know, handing out meals and passengers be prepared to take off. Like in the Airbus, you have to program your throttle detents and everything. So what do we got up here? Right, lights, runway lights, taxi lights, engine, anti-ice, hydraulic pumps, batteries, external power, APUs. Oh, for each side of the plane, right? Okay. APU on, start. These are the alignments for the navigation, but they're inoperative, so I guess it does it on its own. Engine starters. I think these must be, are these like the tests? Like the engine tests that you can do? Valves. I'm assuming this does, where you can command it to bleed fuel over from one part to another. The APU bleed down there. It's weird because the APU gen is up here and the APU bleed's down there. Then you've got your other lights here. Air conditioning stuff, temperatures. Well, this all works in the Airbus. Voice recorder. Panel lights, dome lights, storm. Yeah, it's good. I've just never been this high before. And that's the edge of Wales right there. Not even out of the UK yet. Very quiet. It's not boomy and loud like the Airbus, but these are just default sounds. Anyway, okay guys, that's going to wrap it. Yeah. So it sounds to me like the storm outside has died down. I'm not hearing it blowing at the moment. So I guess that's a good thing. All right, so I'm going to end it here, guys. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back at some point with more progress on the old Elite Dangerous. And if I see that dodgy, I'll give the Nvidia drivers a little bit more of a chance. See if it does it again. If it does, then I'll switch back. If it doesn't, then I'll stay with it. All right. So yeah, I'm good. So until then, thank you guys for being here as always. Thanks for the help, Seb, and take care, everyone. Have a good rest of the day, and yeah. Bye-bye for now.